Life moves fast, so take it slow. Just hold me close, don't let me go. They found Jesus and we found love. Guess we both think the stars above. Just keep me young, don't make me old. I was a mountain woman, my mom's best friend. When they were young, they sing their songs on nature radio. They grew up, they stayed close. Maybe the man had a couple kids. She got sick, I had to let her go. Well, I showed up one day and now that same old song still playing. It's we've been high, we've been low. Life moves fast, so take it slow. Just hold me close, don't let me go. They found Jesus and we found love. Yes, we both like the stars above. Just keep me young, don't make me old. McCall was a real good boy, man's best friend. When he was a pup, he'd run and jump and play till the cows came home. He grew up, but he stayed young. Lord's the day he was born. He turned 13, we had to let him go. Well, I don't know how or when, but I can't wait to see him again. And it's, we've been high, we've been low. Life moves fast, so take it slow. Just hold me close, don't let me go. They found Jesus and we found love. Guess we both like the stars above. Just keep me young, don't make me old. Well, I don't know how or when, but I can't wait to see him again. And it's, we've been high, we've been low. Life moves fast, so take it slow. Just hold me close, don't let me go. They found Jesus and we found love. Yes, we both like the stars above. Just keep me young, don't make me old. We've been high, we've been low. Life moves fast, so take it slow. Just hold me close, don't let me go. They found Jesus and we found love. Yes, we both like the stars above. Just keep me young, don't make me old. Just hold me close, don't let me go. Just keep me young and don't make me old.
Yeah, what is up? 24/7 Buff Pandemonium. What is up, Buff fan base? What is up, Ryan Thomas? What is up, 26 Shirts? It is your official pregame show, Sunday Sessions, right here on the Buff Fan Base Network. Next to me, oh, I'm Swank. I'm your host. Next to me is what I don't know if you guys get into like polishing rocks and stuff, but there's like this really like fine sandpaper and a cloth even to polish. Like you could polish a stone so that it feels like a marble, right? This guy's voice is smoother than that. Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Thomas from the Thomas Takes Sports Podcast. What's up, RT?
What's going on, Swank? Love the intros as always. Really looking forward to this show as always, and looking forward to breaking down the keys to a Bills victory. God win.
Hell yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Ooh, yeah. We're going to be previewing this game right here. This is the official kickoff show of the Buff fan base. And one of the reasons why we love doing Sunday sessions is because this nifty little graphic comes out right when we go live. And without failure, It has, straight from Buffalo Bills PR on Twitter. We have your inactives as well as your full 53-man roster. So I'll list them off here. We haven't checked these out yet. We like to get that real-time reaction, First inactive, Keon Coleman is inactive today. Matt Prater, which we knew. Jordan Poyer, which we knew. Jordan Phillips, which we knew. Tylen Grable, he's a usual suspect. Dalton Kincaid, which was a questionable tight end that we did not know if he was going to play or not. And with the luck we've had this year, it does make sense that he's out. And then Daquan Jones, which we knew. RT, first thoughts, man. What's your reaction to this list?
Honestly, Kincaid is what jumps out at me. Just the inconsistency of his, season of being in and out of the lineup. We know what he means to the offense when he is healthy and when he is out there. And obviously Keon Coleman. After last week, close game against Cleveland, I felt like my opinion kind of changed of Keon a little bit. I wanted to see just the best talent out there at the wide receiver position. Josh Palmer has left a little bit to be desired now that he has had his opportunity coming off of this injury that he had. So it's like the pendulum's kind of shifted of people not really performing to the best of their ability or not performing when called upon. I want to see the Buffalo Bills offense with Gabe Davis out there as well as Keon Coleman. I thought that we would potentially see that today. So to not see it, they obviously think highly of Brandon Cooks. They obviously think highly of the other, four that are out there, Palmer, Shakir, Davis, and Shavers as well. Huge ringing endorsement of him and his ability to have him out there again as one of the starting five. And it makes me really wonder what the future holds for Keon Coleman in Buffalo.
Yeah, that's something that we've kind of tussled back and forth with here damn near pretty near all season, maybe from half season on. I don't know. For me, man, for my money, I really thought he was going to be active today. I don't know if I liked it. Ideally, I probably would have had him and Cooks inactive, and I don't know who I would have pulled up to fill out that room. But Cooks, to me, I had high aspirations for him when he got signed, or at least like moderate excitement. There's hopefully a little bit left in the bottle there, and he had a couple okay like one nice catch, and then maybe one or two others, mostly blocking downfield he's been doing really good at. But man, he's dropped some dead-on balls from Josh Allen and the kind of balls that we wanted to see all season long that were perfectly in his hand, and he just hasn't hung on. So that's a little disheartening. Maybe today it's different. Yet again, a completely different lineup that's never played together. I don't think Gabe and Brandon Cooks have played on the same field together since Brandon's been signed. And you got Josh Palmer out there who's healthy now. It'll be interesting, man. It'll be absolutely interesting to see what happens. I don't know if they are worried about I don't know. I think I'm going to phrase this wrong, and people are going to come at me. I don't know if they're worried about Josh's continuity, because it seems like no matter what he has out there, he makes it work, right?
Sure.
And they didn't jump on the big money wide receiver train this year. So it kind of just is what it is. I would have liked to have the same handful of guys out there for the majority of the season for them to develop a rapport, but instead we get wide receiver screens to Khalil Shakir and a menagerie of different wide receivers minus Tyrell Shavers. So I guess we'll see what happens. I have faith. Let's go.
Yeah.
The tight end thing here. They did pull up Latu. Jackson Haas is out there, Dawson Knox, but Knox has been banged up this week as well. He was questionable. What are you thinking about these tight ends, man? That's where the production's been coming in the air.
Yeah, that's a huge key as well, and that's kind of what has allowed Buffalo to win games is the productivity that they've had at the tight end position, even when Kincaid is not in the lineup. Jackson Haas has been a revelation as far as a late round pick. How they use him as a blocking tight end. They love having him out there. Dawson Knox, I feel like he's had a really sneaky good season. Nothing too crazy, nothing too elite, I guess you could say. But at the very least, I think he's shown in certain weeks, big weeks, in big games, big moments, he's played pretty big and up to the task. So looking for a big day out of him. And the season again, we'll talk about it, I'm sure of it, but the season again, going into this game, James Cook, the NFL leading rusher, huge day, running back day between James Cook and Saquon Barkley. It's almost like a best running back of last year versus best running back of this year, I would argue, in this game. So that's a huge dynamic to this offense, and it continues to grow each and every week as those Bills receivers haven't really been able to find their footing. James Cook has definitely found his continuously week after week.
Yeah, 100%, man. Best running back in the league, even though I don't know what I'm talking about, according to some old Twitter guys. I really dogged that on the K gun, so I'll let it slide now.
Yeah, you got to let it slide. I mean, we all have had moments where we've had those back and forth, interactions with folks, and the numbers don't lie. The one thing I wish I could go back in a time machine and do differently is draft James Cook on every fantasy team possible for this season. That's like the one thing I wish I would have done differently. But other than that, maybe next year. Maybe I get him on my team next year. We'll see.
100%. Let's see. Uncle James says, who's kicking? It looks like it's Michael Badgley again.
Yep.
Flip a coin for extra points, ladies and gentlemen. We don't want it to come down to one of those, I don't think. It's been a weird year for kicking.
Real weird year.
All in general, but like
all over the league, really.
Yeah.
Really, the only kicker that has been consistent, really, the entire season is Brandon Aubrey. That's really it. Outside of, and he even missed one, the Christmas holiday. So
I know.
I don't know.
Do you ever remember being a kid and watching somebody miss an extra? It was like such a rarity. I feel like somebody doink an extra point, and it's just happening all the time.
All the time. It's crazy.
One quick last question about this for you, RT, man. I thought maybe we'd see a Judonic appearance today, and we got no pull up, no nothing. He's just chilling on the practice squad. What do you think? We gonna get a little bit of him in the playoffs, you think?
I think in the playoffs, I think potentially next week as well. I think it's a little bit too soon for him to kind of just put the jersey on, so to speak, already, which is why he's not in this one. I think though there's been guys that they've added during the season that they have put right out there. Obviously Brandon Cooks, we just talked about that, but defensively is a little bit different. I think they have a specific role set for him, which is why they brought him in and showed the interest in him that they did. I love the addition. I don't think they could really get much worse. I don't want to say that in that way, but I don't think they could get much worse in terms of the pass rushing department. You could always get better.
Sure.
You should leave no stone unturned in that process. And I'm excited to see him potentially next week, maybe in some, kind of garbage time in a week 18 game. If they're able to pull this one out against Philly today, next week against the Jets, let's be real. They're the Jets, you know what I mean? Put them out there and see what he can do just in some sort of like mop-up duty, and then have him ready for, the playoffs. I love it.
Never hurts to have a veteran pass rusher that has deep playoff, and even Super Bowl experience. Like a Dion, man. Like, put him on the roster. I was kind of excited about the old man ends. Get Bosa and Judon out there. Let's see what happens, boy. Shake it up.
Right.
We got our guy Scooter Magooter, man. What up, Phil? Sick as a dog over here. Let's go, Bills. Yes. Scooter is sick, man. He couldn't make it today, so send him big thoughts. And he enjoys beers and stuff. So if you want to get, message him, get his address, show up, drop off a 6-pack, he'd love it. Getting some love for him in the comments. Real quick here, RT.
Yes, sir.
When talking about this here game, what do you think our offense has to do against this defense to make it happen, score some points today?
Honestly, I think a lot of it has to do with over the middle, working over the middle of the field. I think that's primarily where the Bills receivers have been successful, and tight ends as well in the passing game. I would like to see a little bit of a sprinkle of Ty Johnson here and there in the passing game, a little sprinkle of James Cook in the passing game as well. But Josh Allen is kind of put in this position, which he succeeds in, that I don't think he gets enough credit for. Just the simple fact that each and every week he's kind of leaned on as a guy that needs to put forth, 300 yards and, 25 or 35 and 4 touchdowns and 2 on the ground. Those are the weeks that Josh Allen has been capable of. The case in point, the 1 week he's had, 3 passing touchdowns, 3 rushing touchdowns. I'd hate to have Josh Allen in that position every single week, but at this point in the season, week 17, we know what type of team we are, good and bad. We know the good parts, we know the not so good parts, right? So that is what Josh Allen is going to have to do today against a very tough Philadelphia Eagles, Super Bowl winning defense. This year for Philly has been a little bit topsy-turvy, kind of weird. They haven't been as consistent as they thought they'd be, and they haven't really played a quarterback like Josh Allen all year long. Not that there are many in this league anyway. So a little bit of that Josh Allen effect, right? But a little bit of, I'd like to see some of the guys around him take a little bit of pressure off of him. And that's what, James Cook has done so well. Guys have to step up, kind of rise to the occasion. God willing, I'd love to see it from the wide receiver position. I'd want to come away from this game feeling like one of the wide receivers in this game is, okay, that's a lock for next week. And most of the time that has been Khalil Shakir, which is why he's been out there each and every week. So maybe that's the guy, but if it's not going to be Shakir, if he's bracketed or if he's double covered over the middle or whatnot, you have it be Dawson Knox, have it be Josh Palmer, Gabe Davis. Gabe Davis was out these last 2 weeks. I don't think he should have been. I think that this is a guy that, will kind of take that on the shoulder and say, or on the chin and say, you know what, I got to just push forward and put forth a great game. And that could be what we see today.
Yeah, I love it, man. I think something that is different about this Bills team this year as compared to previous years, and I don't know, I think people have mistakenly seen it as a negative. Josh Allen's numbers, we did it on the show on Tuesday, they are on pace to be better, and in some cases they already are than last year's MVP season. So I think just because Bills fans feel it deeper, we live every single moment in play and decision, right down to that last heart attack moment. Maybe we have a false perception about actually what an asset this team has in finishing games. Finishing games and finding ways to win. We all hate that they play down to their opponents, a la the Cleveland Browns last weekend, right? But when they are playing a tough opponent, they rise to that occasion. I wish that it was always foot to the gas. Let's go. Let's do what the Patriots were doing to the Jets before I came down here every single week. That's just not the way it works. That's right. The NFL, man. But the thing that gives me a lot of confidence is this team has figured out how to win, not just win like the games they should win, but win tough games that come down to the last minute. They find a way. The defense rises to the occasion. The offense rises to the occasion. So I want to see more of that. I think that has been like tested throughout this season and is something that is so positive to push them forward into the playoffs. That being said, this offense has found a way the same way the defense has found a way. Has it been exactly what we want? No, but it kind of, to me, looks a little similar to the way the Kansas City Chiefs looked last year, right? To me, a little bit more dominant than that. Last year, a lot of fluky stuff with the Chiefs. This year, the Bills, it's like, it could be one-score games or it could be a game winner, but, man, it was a hard-fought, scratched out, knockdown, drag out, don't count them out kind of thing, not a you lucky bastards kind of thing like the Chiefs were last year.
Yeah, and to add to that, like, there were so many years, even in this Josh Allen era, right, Swank, where you kind of doubted whether they could come back from a big deficit. They've done that 3 times against the best 3 quarterbacks, on paper, talent-wise in the AFC, Lamar, Burrow, and May, right? So, and even, they beat Kansas City.
I love that you left Mahomes off that.
So, yeah, I left Mahomes out there for a reason. So, Drake May has been better than Patrick Mahomes this year.
Yes.
Like, it's incredible. But, and obviously Mahomes is out, but even prior to that. But my point in that is what game can you go into as a fan where you don't feel like the Bills have a shot. I feel like they have a shot to win every single week against any team.
Yep.
And the AFC is so wide open. I watched Denver play against the Chiefs this early slate of games here, and I'm just not impressed. I'm not overly fearful of them as like a 1 seed. Not really overly fearful of New England either. We beat New England the second time around, almost beat them the first time.
Yep.
So the AFC is wide open, and Buffalo has the best quarterback in the NFL. So it's a quarterback-driven league. We know our flaws, we know our strengths, and let's go to work.
I love it, man. I love it. I skipped over my offensive maneuvering, but
my bad. Yeah.
No, it's okay. Healthy dose of James Cook, especially since we're getting these weather reports here, man. It's raining out there. It's getting icy. It's going to be one of them days. So, I'd love to see a healthy dose of James Cook, also Ty Johnson, also Ray Davis out there. And let's get some balls over the middle. Let's try not to do that wide receiver screen to Khalil today. Let's try not to do one of those. Let's get him out in some space. Cause man, if you put him like just a couple yards ahead of the line of scrimmage, he's good for 6 or 7 every damn time. And he showed that last week. So let's get some people involved. Like you say, man, I would love like one of these dudes, Josh Palmer, Gabe, man. If Gabe has one of those games today, wow. Everybody would be like, "Oh, he's good, man. Just keep him on.
Just leave him out there if he's doing good. Just leave him out there,
Let's switch sides here. Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, this Philadelphia Eagles offense that's been, like you're saying, man. Last year, they were like, wow,
freight train. Yep.
Yeah, a couple years before that, wow. This year, it's kind of it's like people figured out Saquon. They figured out how to block him. I know they've lost some pieces, moved some pieces, all that kind of stuff. Hurts isn't one of those dudes that like blows me away. Like, like you're talking top 5 quarterbacks in the league. He's just not that guy to me. Seems more like a game manager that, he can run with his legs, but I just don't know if their scheme allows for a lot of that. And he doesn't seem to make the right decisions all the time. It seems like he does just enough to get him along. So what do you think our defense has to do to slow down Saquon Barkley, Jalen Hurts today?
Honestly, that the big key for me is shutting down Saquon, or containing Saquon. I think when they added Saquon to their team, I think that was one of the best free agent pickups probably of like this generation, and obviously they went on to win the Super Bowl, but when they made it, I said that because I felt like it did so much for Jalen Hurts. It gave Jalen Hurts that guy to kind of lean on and kind of use in short down and distance situations, and he'd break one for 50 yards. And the offensive line is very potent as well. But shutting down Saquon, you're more so just trying to contain Saquon, especially with our front 7. We've seen some leaks in this run defense really all season long. So I expect Saquon to do Saquon things in this game, but really they can't allow Saquon to open things up for Jalen Hurts. What does that mean for Jalen Hurts? Well, obviously forcing him to make throws from the pocket. If he's able to extend plays, then that could also be a recipe for disaster. Coverage is key with A.J. Brown, with Devonta Smith. Dallas Goedert is sometimes a matchup nightmare on certain weeks. So realistically for me, I think the middle of the field again is kind of a key priority. Jalen Hurts is not really known to be a consistent, like, deep football chucker. He's one of those guys that just tries to not make too many mistakes, make the safe throws, and just allow Saquon to kind of take the game over. That's the recipe for victory for Philly, I think, and as it was last season. And this year they've kind of gone away from that a little bit. They've been a little bit too pass happy, I think, especially with a running back like Saquon. So maybe force the Eagles to feel like they're comfortable throwing the football in certain down and distances, and force Jalen Hurts to throw from the pocket. That's what I'd like to see. If he's able to extend plays, that this could be one of those games that's a shootout, which we saw the last time these two teams played. I think the last time these two teams played against each other, it got so wild because Josh Allen was playing wild. Jalen Hurts was playing wild. Saquon wasn't really doing the Saquon things that he went on to do.
Yeah.
But they allowed Jalen Hurts to really control, the play and extend the play. I think that's a big key, is containing him. And I'm looking at this defensive line. Joey Bosa, huge in this game today. I'm looking for a big day out of him. He's really been the best Bills pass rusher all season long. That has to continue. And I think up the middle, TJ Sanders. Let's see what his medal is right now as a second round draft choice coming into this season. He's as healthy as he's ever been this year at this point. I want to see him get a TFL or maybe even a sack.
Sure.
That would be nice.
Yeah, it would be nice. I mean, we talk a lot about Deion Walker, and Walker's got flashes. I feel like you hear his name a lot more than you do Sanders.
Yeah.
In the last couple of weeks, though, he's been involved. Not as much, again, as we would all love him to be. But it'll be interesting, man. I'd love to see Sanders step up, especially in Daquan's absence. It's got to be some kind of effort. To me, I say it every single week, I think sell out to the run, dude. Just sell out and stop it early. I can't stand seeing one of these long breaks that inevitably happens every single week. And this defense, as much crap as like fans give them, the bend not break thing, it might drive you nuts, but it's working. Like, they're still winning. They're still holding teams in the second half. They're still keeping it a close game and doing what they need to do to get by. So it might not be comfortable, but it's working. But I mean, I agree 100%. You got to slow down Saquon, and you got to force Jalen to throw from the pocket and see what happens, man. We got a great secondary. I think, when you have Trey White playing at the top of his game, and for all purposes, he should be number 3 on the list as opposed to number 2.5 or whatever he is between him and Maxwell Hairston. It's a great thing. It's a great thing right now to have that secondary so healthy, because we've entered this part of the season with a banged up overall team. Not to say our team is super healthy right now, but the defense being like nothing but backups, and the secondary really hurting, to where now you have both your starters and a young guy, old guy duo starter over on the other side. That's really putting together a great season. So I think, you shut down those big bodies on the outside, you make them throw, and you shut down Saquon. There you go.
There you go. That's all you got to do. Let Josh be Josh, baby. Let it roll.
Just score more points than the other guys. That's all you got to do. What do you got for an X Factor this week here, RT?
X Factor, I'm going James Cook. I think James Cook has a point to prove heading into this one. The fact that realistically no one is giving James Cook the credit that he has more than earned this year, to me, is truly astonishing. If you look at Thurman Thomas's 1991 season, in which he led the Buffalo Bills to a Super Bowl and won the NFL MVP, that was a running league. That was Thurman Thomas, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders. That was, that kind of era, as we were kind of moving into like the Marshall Faulk to today. And James Cook's season this year is better than that season that Thurman Thomas had. So, and the league is different. It's a passing, league with super athletic quarterbacks that didn't exist 30, 35 years ago or even prior. Yeah. So I think James Cook really deserves a lot of credit for the season that he's had. I think he's helped Josh Allen immensely. I'd argue that there's no wide receiver 1, but there is a true, without a shadow of a doubt, RB1 on this team, and it's James Cook. He's doing things I actually didn't think he could do, and be a bell cow, type running back. So I think in this one, going up against Saquon, there is a little bit more of a, anything you can do, I can do better type thing at running back today. And that's what makes this matchup so fun, because I think James Cook is ascending as a talent, whereas in the next couple of years, I think Saquon will be descending as he kind of gets closer to age 30. So this is an X Factor game, I think, for James Cook. I think he's going to put up over 150, potentially 2 touchdowns. Could be a day for him in the receiving category as well in the passing game. So something to keep my eyes out on, and for the folks at home, keep your eyes out on James Cook today as Mr. my X Factor.
Jimbo Cook. I like it, man. I like it. For me, I'm flipping to the other side of the ball and saying this run defense, man, this to me is the biggest X factor of the game. And if you want me to put a name on it, I got to say these interior guys. Let's go with your guy, man. TJ Sanders. He's the X factor today. You know, let's get that middle spot in the field there, just all crammed up so that Saquon's got nowhere to go. Yeah, hold him to 60.
Yeah.
60?
60, 80.
I'd be happy with 80.
I'd be happy with 80.
Under 100, no touchdowns. Color me delighted.
Yeah. That would honestly, like, this is a huge test for them at the perfect time. Their last like true running test against a really, really elite running back. Nothing to take away from Breece Hall, but I think the Jets are a little bit more one-dimensional than the Eagles. So we really got to see a solid run D today heading into the playoffs. I need to see it just once.
Yeah. One time.
That's it. One time.
Once in the regular season, and then like 3 times in the postseason.
Yeah.
We had a question here. Doug was saying, who's covering for Poyer? I'm going to go ahead and say it's probably Cam Lewis.
Cam Lewis. You know, a name that's on this list that I'm very intrigued by in seeing what his snap count is by the end of today's game. Darnell Savage. Starting experience. He can thump. You know, he's got a little bit of a hammer to him. You know what I mean? I want to see a little bit of him out there today.
I'd love it.
See what that leads to.
We seem to be getting these guys that while other guys go down, that gives us a spark. They've been able to get replacements that come in and do that same thing. So if he's that guy, and after the whole Slay debacle, you know, they did say like Savage is a guy they've been targeting for a long time and blah, blah, blah. I don't know if that was to save face or not, but let's see it, man. Come on, let's go. We got a couple videos here. We're going to try to keep her as close to 3:30, even though it's only 1 minute away now. But here we go with my boy Corey.
24/7. It's your boy Corey. We're outside today. We got to embrace the full thing, barefoot and all, baby. They think they're crazy. We're crazier. I think we proved the last few weeks. We're back. Let's get it done. The whole game. No bullshit. This half-ass second half team. Let's go. Power the O's 30-27. Hey, Mafia, mount up. Go Bills, baby. What's up?
This dude. Corey, you crazy, man. You crazy son of a bitch, dude.
You crazy.
Here we go. We got a little bit of the mini FLX Mafia, too, with some score predictions. So.
What up, 24/7 BWO in the house?
I didn't watch this. Jared sent it.
I think the Bills are going to win 30-20. Go Bills!
Oh, okay.
Go Bills!
My score prediction is 27-24. Go Bills.
Bills win 21-17. Let's go Bills!
My score prediction is the Bills win 24-20. Go Bills!
Bills win 42-37. Go Bills!
Damn.
Good
That's
stuff.
like some yeah, good up to these kids, man, for all that. That audio that Jerry put in there is like wedding music or something.
It was like wedding music / like elevator, like elevator music. It was soothing.
What do you got for a score prediction, buddy?
Score prediction, I'm going 34-30 Buffalo.
Nice.
Yep. I think it'll be a close game, just like the last time these two teams played. They're not too different since the last time they played each other, and I think that will kind of repeat itself in this one. I think Josh Allen's going to have a signature moment, whether it's a big run, maybe throw on the run, something that we'll just add to the 4-hour-long highlight reel that's been Josh Allen's career.
Yeah, like his Hall of Fame montage. Oh, my God. You're going to have a whole day for that. It's going to be great.
I got to ask you, Swank, before we finish up, did you watch the John Elway documentary on Netflix?
Not yet. I saw that it popped up. I want to check it out.
Holy, dude, if there's any dude that reminds me of Josh Allen, it's him. He takes the cake. Like, I couldn't find a right comparison. Then I watched that doc, and I'm like,
he's a dude.
that's 80s Josh Allen right there. That's it. And 90s. Yeah.
I saw it pop on this morning. I was drinking my coffee and I was like, oh, I could watch that this morning, but I had too much stuff to do. So I'm going to find time to get it. But
Yeah, it's worth a watch. I suggest it.
Hell yeah. Guys, thanks for chiming in here. My score prediction, 31-17. Damn it. Let's have a signature win against a team that we can run with, we can beat. It was close last year. We should have won it last year. 2 years ago? Was that 2 years ago?
2 years, I think. Yeah.
2 years ago it was.
Yeah, I think it was 2 years. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Let's get a little poetic justice here. And the thing, man, see, I always say like, oh, gotta go, gotta do. And then I think of a million other things. I want to throw this up here, man. This is where the rankings are currently. Games haven't ended yet. I don't really think it'll do too much, except for, is Pittsburgh still losing? Or did they turn it around?
Pittsburgh is still losing. 10-6. Yep.
Well, damn, they're keeping the Ravens around in the conversation then.
Yep.
If the Bills win today, they are sitting right at number 5, which means if everything ended this weekend, they would be playing the Pittsburgh Steelers, which is exactly what I want. So let's go. Like, let's do this. I wasn't too pumped that I thought the Texans were going to bump us.
I did. I did too.
Yeah. I didn't understand where the tiebreakers were in that, because they beat us head to head. So I don't know. We must have a better AFC record. I don't know, something. But keeping pace, keep a game ahead of these two dudes that are underneath us, and roll it right into next week and have us a nice spot. And that way, you're looking at the potential of having possibly another Bills playoff home game before the end of this year. So that'd be great. 31-17. Let's go, Bills. Final thought here, and let's get the hell out. What do you got, RT?
Final thought, happy holidays. Hope everybody enjoyed their Christmas or just their time off, whether they celebrate Christmas or not. If you do, Merry Christmas. Hope you enjoyed it. Happy New Year as well. 2026 is upon us, and I can't believe that. It like each year I get older, I'm like, man, that year doesn't really sound right. Then you're about a month in and you're like, I'm going to take 2026, I'm going to just pop it and make it great. So I'm looking forward to this year. Another year, another fun off season, I'm sure too. Hopefully we'll be celebrating a Super Bowl championship, and we'll have a lot to talk about in April with the free agency and the NFL draft, and can't wait to cover it on my show and be a part of this show as well. Thomas Takes Sports Podcast, Wednesdays at 8. Tune in this week. I'll be live, and I'm looking forward to hopefully recapping a win.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Check out the Thomas Takes Sports Podcast with our boy RT right here. 888 of you tuned in live today. Thank you so much. Appreciate you so much. We are part of the Buff Fan Base Network. Super proud to be also sponsored by 26 Shirts. Go to 26 Shirts, see what Del Reed and the gang got cooking up over there. It's all sorts of good stuff for a good cause. Guys, enjoy these times. Get ready. Crack your beers. Fry your wings. Do what you got to do. Sit down and enjoy this game. We only got one more regular season game left. You have at least 2 more episodes of Sunday Sessions, and hopefully more beyond that this year. But thanks so much for being a part of it for our 5th season of Sunday Sessions. And go Bills.
Go Bills.
Go